The main thing that I want to talk right now is related to our agenda for today. There are a lot of things that I would like to go through together with you guys. So pretty much that these are the topics. And number one is, yes, I do understand that we have been having a huge transition from existing robot EA conventional trading that do backtest optimization, a huge transition to CAD strategy. And a lot of people were asking like why we're having such a huge transition, why we make this transition at this time. Now the big reason is because actually this calculation, this we call it as CAD strategy, was initially being calculated 3 months ago. All right. And at that time was calculating that is there any other strategy that best performing in Prophet or not. Okay. And if you guys didn't aware, actually the best strategy to trade in the Prophet is actually the strategy that not allowed by the Prophet. Okay. I know it's a bit hard to understand what this means. I'll put it in a simple way. In our way of saying is that the way to make money is clearly written in the law. All right, what cannot be done is actually the easiest way to make money, but it's not legal. But the good thing is that in trading, everything is legalized and there is a regulation behind. And what Prophet mentioned, there are multiple of the strategy that cannot be used in the Prophet to profit from them, to take advantage of them. Okay, so last time I also having that kind of false belief that these are strategies that can be used, so that's why I can only choose that strategy that is less profitable. But after along the research R&D, we found that CAD strategy, in short, A stands for arbitrage. That arbitrage strategy that not allowed by the Prophet, with our formula, we can make it through and be able to be profit from there. And yet, the Prophet are not able to identify it. All right, and that is a good part. The Prophet not able to identify that we are using a CAD strategy to play around with our rules and still can get a huge profit from it. So before I begin with my session, right, I would like to have a huge collaboration with you guys, which is to set expectation and also to set an agreement between both of you guys again. Alright, although even though I mentioned this multiple times, but I also would like to emphasize it again that all the information that I mentioned over here and mentioned during the entire online session, alright, is only between you and me and only between Alpha Mascas only, right? Because this is both advantage between you and us and also the Prophet, alright? It's also a win-win situation anyway, alright? So all the information mentioned is just within both of us, alright? If it's all okay, right, can type an okay into the chat box. Now, we are coming back straight away to the topics over here. Thank you so much for typing okay. Now, the first thing first, I know that some of you guys roughly get a concept of how does CAD strategy work. And for today, I would like to take around 10 minutes of time to briefly go through what does CAD strategy doing and how does it work exactly for your own account. So first thing first, a CAD concept or the CAD strategy. Now, I put it into a very simple drawing format so that you guys can understand how it works. Now, first thing first, you need to understand that in the world, there is something we call it as a prop firm and a broker. Okay? A broker, like a forex broker, the one that we are using is IC Market. And the prop firm is Funded Next. Okay? And these two are two different platforms whereby at the same time, the price feed of IC Market and FundedNext will be different. IC Market is a live market. FundedNext is a demo market, right? Because one is real life, one is demo, which is a simulator only. There is a price different one. And this price difference will be like this. Let's say that there is a market called as Euro USD. Okay? And the live market of Euro USD is 1.05. This one is 1.04. Now, what you can do, seeing that the price for Euro USD, one is 1.04 and one is 1.05. All right. So what we do is that we make a trade of buy from a lower one and sell to the higher one. Okay, exactly the operation behind, no need to worry first, but you need to understand the concept of cash strategy is to buy low from one side and sell high from one side. Okay, and the trade is exactly enter one, meaning that if I close off, like let's say that if I close it one side, right? I only let you to see the Fundnext account. You will be only able to see that I'm making a buy of Euro USD in 1.04, right? On the another side, if I blur this out, you can only see that in IC market, independently, I'm making a sell trade of 1.05 in the IC market. But the thing that we are seeing from a bot view is we are buying one at 1.04, selling at 1.05. So the easiest concept you can start to think of is something like this. So this is the Euro USD, all right? And the easiest concept is that this is 1.04. When it goes out to 1.05, you should sell it off, correct? So you're buying here and you're selling here. The simplest concept is this is traditional, right? Traditional method. You buy at low, when it goes to higher price, then only you sell it, or which is you close it. But with this kind of cash strategy is you will be able to immediately buy and sell at the same time. Meaning that it's instantaneous at the same time, buy and sell here. So as soon as we enter the trade, the profit is already been locked. All right. So we have been locked in the profit. Now, with the profit been locked in, then we just need to wait for the right time, right signal to close the both of these trades, which is buy and sell. All right. But this will be a matter of the problem rules, the problem criteria, the rule, term and condition, whatever it is. All right. So the simple concept you need to know is that the execution is for sure, one side will be buying, another side will be selling, buying from the lower one, selling from a higher one. All right. Now, when this thing been executed, all right, what will happen is that if you only can see one side, okay, I repeat again, if you can only see in one side, if the price, as I say, put a label, if the price later goes up, what will happen? This will make money, this will make losses. If the price goes down, this will make losses, this will make money. In short, the profit is always one-sided. Okay, is not to say always that, but most of the time, the profit is always one-sided. Meaning that if prop firm make money, then IC market will make losses. If IC market make money, prop firm will be losses. Right? So this is a very common case. All right. But if you really go into sit down, proper calculation, all these things, okay, then you will realize that the profit is exactly been locked already, and you don't need to worry that which part that is making money is for sure either side will be making money unless there is extreme thing coming. For example, which is we call that news. All right, news come in, sudden spike in the price that causes slippage. Slippage means initially that you should close at here, right? But suddenly you close at here, all right, at 1.03, for example. All right, meaning I think that you roughly have experienced before, whereby if you trade, you buy, and it's supposed to be closed at here, but suddenly it closed at here, much lower than what you should close earlier. This is caused by slippage by the prop firm and by the broker. All right, so this is unable to control, and this is like in the lock. One buy and one sell is like in the lock. But what will happen is that what if the server lag, all right, the internet connection not so good, one side cut off, so only have one buy and sell missing out already. This will also cause the profit no longer be locked, and that will be cause another issue. All right, so putting that aside, simple concept is if prop firm win, IC market or the broker will lose. If the Profirm lose, IC market will make money. Okay, but then you need to know that for this catch strategy is not in the right ratio, meaning that your profit is how much? It's 100k, right? It's 100,000 over here. And IC market side, the capital is 1.5k. It's almost 100x difference between this or both of this, correct? And that's why we are playing around with the risk management. Now, a risk management is whereby that in the prop firm side, most of the time the lot size that we're going to use is anywhere between 10 to 15, right? Depending on their criteria. And for broker side, the lot size that we're going to use is much lower, but mirroring at around 0.5 to around 3 lot. Okay, depends on how much that we want to profit on this side or this side. Okay, but regardless that, with this kind of method, right, why this catch strategy is so powerful is because that it is capital reserve, or we call it as capital protected. All right. Now, what does capital protected mean? Now, when you go into trading, all right, let's say that you trade normally. If you put in $1,000 to trade, then when you win, based on that 1,000, when you lose, also you're going to lose that $1,000 as well. All right, so you are putting the money in trading, which is on the open risk. But with a catch strategy, the advantage over here is it is capital protected or preserved. In whatever the situation, because market only got two cases, either that it goes up or down. If it goes up, you profit for FundedNext. Yes, you lose in, we call that you are losing in IC market, but you don't need to worry. You are going to take the profit from here to cover the losses, which we calculated that is possible. I mean, 100k cover of 1.5k is just 2% profit, right? Here, cover this is just 2% profit. But in order for you to, from this side, cover back is very, very difficult. You won't be able to use 1.5k to cover 100,000. So we only cover one thing. Okay, we cover for registration fee. Okay, and that is the most that we're trying to cover first, and then the remaining will be the extra bonus profit. Okay, now that is a basic of the profit strategy. So far so clear. All right, now there are a lot of things that we have to go through today, so I assume that you are clear. And if there is anything that's not clear, right, feel free to talk to my team in BMO. We will talk about this basic concept to you again. And for me today, I would like to go into one step layer, which is we would like to talk about what will happen after that we are going into the live phase, or what exactly is the process be like for step-by-step progress. Okay, now this is what you're supposed to see as a prop firm strategy. Now, in a prop firm strategy, on this catch strategy, right, it will be in two categories first. Okay, at first, when you set up, there are what we always recommend, FundedNext and Fires, right? These two prop firm. And when you have this thing, FundedNext and Fires as one single set, what will turns out is that this is 100k, this is 100k, and IC market under the same account, right? The robot was split like this. The robot split 1,005 and 1,004. Now this is basically automatic split, but essentially you just need to have a IC market of 2009 in one single account, and we will split for you. Okay, so in short, 100k FundedNext, 100k Fires, and 2009 in IC market. And remember, in prop firm, you have to go through their challenge as well. So phase 1 is 8%, phase 2 is 5%. Okay, 8%, 5% in Fires as well. Now, independently, if you look into like this, phase 1, when FundedNext make a 8% profit, IC market also make a loss of 8%. Assume in this way first. but then it's actually even higher losses because of spread, commissions, overnight charges, all these kind of fees. But simplicity today, I just make it simple. Okay, so you can see it's 8% here and 5% on the next one. Now here will be 8% and 5% as well. After this, when you reach to the live, meaning after you pass phase 1 and phase 2, you reach to the live phase. On the live 100K, the capital that we calculated for you will end up no money, but only left with margin. Now, what is margin? Although this concept is more popular in property, so I take property as example, then you relate back. Okay, so let's say that you are buying a property and the property value is 100,000, right? And you have to pay a down payment of 10%, which is 10K. This is, we call it as down payment. Now, you are going to have a debt of 90K, correct? And this is, it's not called a debt, it's called as borrow money. Okay? Now, the margin that over here actually referring to somewhat like a down payment. Okay? Meaning that in case of anything bad thing happen, right, your house need to be let along or whatever, alright, when you sell it off, you can still, I mean, this 10,000 is still your money, right? You can still withdraw anytime in trading, okay? And meaning that initial of 1,500 and 1,400 here, you are pairing to trade with 100K. When you reach all the way down, okay, when you lose 8%, 5%, 8%, another side also 8%, 5%, in the end of the capital, well, doesn't left much, it's around 100 to around 500. Depends on the spread condition. Okay, yes, IC market will be losing money, but the good thing is that right now you have 100K live right now. Okay, now, so right now your goal is to use this 100K to profit back into IC market to cover back the previous losses. That's all. Okay, and then what we do is that we do a pairing of CAD strategy between both 100K live, because I don't think that people will be putting 100K live capital to pair with IC market and pair with this FundedNext, right? Meaning that we will straight away 100K FundedNext. Okay, let me delete everything. 100K FundedNext and 5 years both doing CADs. So meaning that one side make profit, one side make losses. Okay, so it'll be 4% and negative 4%. Now, number is just for illustration. Okay, and in reality, it can work at positive side or it can be lower. But the goal here is 4%, 4%, 2% is to earn this 10%. Now, it's like this. I repeat again. First thing first, cash strategy, FundedNext, and IC market. IC market and 5 years. Okay, this is during the evaluation phase. We call that a challenge phase. After challenge, when you reach to live, no longer have IC market, but you are using FundedNext and 5 years together as a set to trade on a live 100K account, and one side will get 10%. Okay, of course, will be lower than 10% due to spread trading costs. But when you have reached to one side able to be profit, now what you do is that you are based on their rules waiting for withdrawal. Let's say that right now is in FundedNext. So in FundedNext, it will be withdrawal. So when you withdraw out, it takes, let's say FundedNext take 28 days. And when you withdraw, is 80% profit sharing. Hence, you will be able to withdraw $8,000 from 10K, 80%, $8,000. Okay. Right now, while you are waiting for the withdrawal, okay, while you are waiting for this 8,000 to your pocket, what I will suggest you to do is, because one side is reaching negative 10%, meaning 5 years has been gone case, alright? Meaning that 5 years has been no longer there, you only left with FundedNext. But fine, you got 8,000. So you take this 8,000 profit, deposit back whatever that is needed for 5 years, which is 1,004, and you restart a new 5 years exam again, which is 495. Okay, so minus these two, you still have a net profit of 6,001. Okay, and with this 6,001, I will recommend you to invest into two more other platforms, okay, which I will talk more in a moment. But when you invest back, it's about minus 4,000 something lah. And it's about net of $2,000 profit. And when you have, and the thing is I want you to realize is, when you have net of $2,000 profit, and right now you are still having a FunderNext account, you're having a FIRES account, and IC Market money is still belong back to you. That's why that I say it's capital preserve. In fact, you got more and more account while your working capital is still running. Okay, so here I would like to address a few FAQ lah. A lot of people have been asking me, whenever that is necessary to put in this 1,005 and 1,004 at the first stage, whenever it's okay to use a demo account or not. My answer is not okay. You need to have a capital in front as a working capital to run into a live phase. The reason is because you have to know that in trading got two cases, okay, specific for this strategy. The way that we calculate out is, if this side make profit, of course it's a good thing. What if IC Market make profit? Would you able to withdraw the profit or not? You need to have a live capital inside to withdraw it. Okay. Now, the thing is that right now, some of the people are also asking this, right? This is a little bit technical, but this can be done. Whereby, now, it's about 1,005 here, from here to here. Okay, phase 1 and phase 2. To be exact, the capital needed for phase 1 and phase 2 is actually half-half, right? Nearly half-half lah. I cannot guarantee, because the margin, the volatility always change ma. So the margin required is almost half-half. So meaning that here you can put in 800. Then when you reach to phase 2, you can top up additional to 700. Top up is allowed, but then it will slow down the progress, because we wait you top up, it take 1 to 2 days. Then after top up, we have to recalculate back, you can enter or not. That wastes a bit of time. So usually, without any hassle, I just say that might as well that you top up a full one set, 1,005 for FunderNext, 1,004 for 5 years, straight away down. Alright, then we let the robot to do the calculation for you. Another question that people were asking, can we don't use 5 years in this stage, but instead using an IC Market? My answer is yes, you can, but the capital needed at this at this stage, right, is nearly around $3,000, which I don't think that it will worth it for you to trade a 10% profit but additional $3,000 of capital, whereby you can save this amount of capital by just starting up a 5 years account. Okay, so in short, one single set of CAD strategy required FunderNext and 5 years both together. Okay, which is two different problems together, and also the broker is also different. Okay, I repeat again. In order for a CAD strategy to operate, you need to have two problems and one broker. Okay, two problems and one broker that is independent with each other, and they will keep, we can keep it neat between the setup as well. But both problems are demo accounts, so both will have somewhat similar spread as compared to demo problem account and live IC Market. Okay, so the thing is that different profiles have different liquidity provider. Okay, and I can tell you with our experience right now, we can confirm that FunderNext have the worst liquidity provider, meaning that their spread their pricing is going to be far different compared to IC Market and 5 years. And what we realize is IC Market and 5 years, they are having kind of like similar liquidity provider. Their pricing is almost the same, so it's very hard for us to find opportunity of that pricing different. Okay, but still can find just that a little bit slower compared to FunderNext. Okay, now when you come to the live phase of Thundernext and Fires, right, these two group do a cat is as easy as doing Thundernext and IC market together. So I would say that almost no problem to pass through this Thundernext and also Fires together lah. All right. Now, to also tabulate out what is something that you can expect is that, all right. Now, with getting the account of this cat strategy, of course, we only have one rules and we also have one thing to achieve on it, which is to make profit from Prophet. Right? We all aim for the same thing. Make money from the Prophet, make money from that 100k. But also one thing that need to inform as well is we cannot push the market that we want. Hey, go up lah right now and go down lah. Cannot ma, right? But we do have a standard SOP on how we want to trade on it. Okay, so the way that we trade on it is phase 1, we aim to pass it. Okay, meaning that for the first trade, if let's say that from 100k lah, let's say for the first trade we win, we of course aim to pass. But if we lose from the first trade, the goal is to aim for fail it. Why so? Because with our calculation, we know that passing, of course, you can get a 100k live account, then profit is much bigger. But once you have a first loss, okay, first losing trade, then the probability to get to pass is even harder, right? And might as well that we aim for the one single direction, whereby we straight away aim for the failure, right? Meaning that we just fail the account, restart back from fresh 100k again. And even when you fail the Prophet, you no need to worry. You fail Prophet, you make money. You pass Prophet, you also make money. Both sides, you also make money. Alright? And that is already been calculated. This is for phase 1. Win, we aim for pass. Lose, we aim for fail. But then, on phase 2, different case. Phase 2, the profit target is just you need to win once, then you can pass already. But if you fail, with our study, we found that to win back, to pass it, is still much achievable. So from phase 2, our target is always to aim to pass it. But in the live phase is very tricky, all right? But just roughly need to know that how does it happen. In the live phase, you need to wait for two things. Thundernext reaching live and Fires reaching live both at the same time. Okay, so how we're going to do this is that we will going to make sure that when there's only opportunity here, let's say that when we buy here, we also choose to buy in Fires together. So meaning that in IC market will make a sell. Okay, so it's very normal that if you see us making a buy on Thundernext and also a buy in Fires together, right? The purpose is to make sure that both of these want to pass, then pass together lah, right? Want to fail, then fail together, right? So that it speed up the progress much faster, okay? And the thing is that right now we confirm is when you profit from Fires live, without further ado, it takes about 7 days, and you can straight away withdraw the profit from Fires. Okay, not profit lah, but the registration fee of 495. Okay, once you pass, you can withdraw the 495 first, let it reset back to 100,000. Okay, second, alright, this is step by step. First step is withdraw from Fires. Second step is we will try to profit at Fires or Thundernext, whichever faster to withdraw. Okay, because Thundernext have 28 days. Okay, and Fires have 14 days. But this 28 and 14 days is based on the date that you pass the Prophet. Let's say that you pass Thundernext in 1st October. 28 days later, you can withdraw at 28 October. Right, this is your withdrawal date. Okay, then on right properly. Then on Fires, let's say that you are passing the Fires in the date of 15th of October. Okay, and you will be able to withdraw on 29. And right now we are in 27. Then we will aim to withdraw from FundNext first, which will profit of 5% over here to withdraw from FundNext. Okay. After that, only withdraw from whichever that higher withdrawal allowed. Okay. So it's case by case study, right? Not everyone is the same. It depends on your account, which date that you can withdraw and which one is higher. Then of course you will withdraw a higher amount first. And when you withdraw that amount, we will use it to start a new platform again. And while this thing running, you have another group that's running. So 2 CAD strategy running in parallel, and your progress is much faster. Your ROI also much faster. Okay. Now I know that it's a bit complicated right now, but put in a simple word is phase 1 we will aim for, if win, then we aim to pass it. If lose, we aim to fail it. All right. And both sides you make money, no need to worry on that. But in phase 2, we only aim to pass it. Right? So with our strategy, we will aim with following the market trend. And in the live phase, we will aim to profit from both FundNext and 5 years together. Right? We will keep taking care of both FundNext and 5 years, but we will always do the decision that have a highest return. Okay? If the highest return always comes from FundNext, then we always profit on FundNext. But if the profit more from 5 years, then we will trade from 5 years first. Depends on which side is higher. Okay. Now, the next thing that I want to talk is related to projection. Okay. Now, the projection wise is something like this. Okay. If you want to look into the super hyper detailed projection like this, then I will refer to the previous group coaching. But for today, I put into simple projection like this only. So it will be like this. A normal standard strategy, which is using like DigiV2 UP, last time we're having a win rate of 70%. And the case is like this. Alright, when you use DigiV2 to pass the exam, the first 2 months is stuck, right? You have to increase the risk higher to make a 8% and 5% profit. Okay, then you earn nothing. After that, you can profit from it. Let's say that a super high risk of 4% per month, every month 4%, but 70% win rate. Out of 5 months, there will be 1 month that is losing, right? Meaning that within 7-month periods, your standard ROI is around 12%. But if you're using CAD strategy, right, first 2 months is nothing. Phase 1, nothing. Phase 2, nothing, right? But on the 3rd month, right, you will be achieving both account in the life. Okay, both account in the life. But that is also an average calculation that we found out that at the 3rd month, more than 50% of you guys is going to be achieved 10% of the, when you on the 3rd month, you're going to reach the life, and on the life, you are sure to achieve a 10% profit, which is here. Okay, which is month 1, month 2, and month 3 in life, something like this. Okay, now I want to repeat again. The number is based on our statistic and based on calculation. All right, and after that, we will be having this again, right? FundNext make money, waiting for withdrawal at 10%, just waiting for withdrawal only. But for 5 years, let's say that 5 years have been losing 10%, then you need to restart back at 10%. Okay, so when you restart back at 10%, then you will need to redo a 8% and 5% again. So it take 2 months of nothing. 6 months, another 10%. Okay, and this assume that you only have one group without compound it. But without any compounding on also right, you can see that your profit is 20% ROI in 7 months. Compared to the standard one, your ROI is almost 2x. And with CAD strategy, 3 benefit. Your ROI is higher, which has been seen already. ROI higher. Number 2, much more consistent. And I can put it this way, is guaranteed to pass a problem. And number 3 is also capital preserve. Regardless what happened, profit or loss on trades, one side will make profit. Okay, so the idea right now I want you to think of is like this. The power of this catch strategy is, okay, I repeat again, the power of catch strategy is, as long as you have prop firm A and B with the same capital, but they don't know each other, and then we can find out that the price are different, okay, which is called as the cat is allowed to trade on these two prop firm. Straight away, one side will yield a 10% profit. And what if that we can have multiple of other prop firm, C and D, all with 100K, 100K. At the same time, all have live, right? So A can trade with C again, another 10%. And A with D again, another 10%. Meaning that the more prop firm that you have, the higher your ROI. And the effort is almost the same. You just trade 10% also. Alright. So 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. And this 10% is based on what? Based on 100K. And let's say that right now in this case, right, 30K profit. 80% profit sharing, also like 24K profit. 24K profit in just 1 month by having 4 prop firm together. Alright. So this is very, very achievable in this catch strategy. And that's why that we are expanding up horizontally, meaning that we getting more and more prop firm, and we do this kind of combinations, the 10%, 10%, 10% can only come in. Alright. But there's a condition. A, B, C, D, number one, they need to allow cat first. So we need to read through their condition. If they allow, only can proceed. Second thing is independent prop firm, meaning that they are not sharing prop firm. They are not A can see B, B can see C. All right, they are independent by themselves only. All right, so this is what it means. B plus C can, C plus D can, yes can. All right, so in a way that this is probability. So we have A, B, C, D, right? A, B, one of it yield 10%, right? C, D, one of it yield 10%. And B and D, again, one of it can yield 10% again. Still, you have another 30% ROI. So the math is very simple. Okay, the number of profit that you have minus 1. That is the amount of 10% of profit that you can earn. You don't understand, never mind. Okay, in short, I have a easier diagram for you to see. Okay, so this is what being R&D so far, whereby we have Fundnext and 5 years, but the ROI that we can achieve is only 10% on both of these. But if we add in one more prop firm with True Forex Fund, we can add in one more 10%, which becomes 20%. We add in funding bits, then can add in 30%. We add in one more FTMO, another 10%. Meaning that we scale number of prop firm, independent prop firm, then the more and more 10%. Alright. And the list that can go on and on. Just that in the market right now, these are the prop firm that I know. I mean the first 5 only. The first 5 that I know, they are not US and not Canada, which is going to be safe in our prop firm trading. But I foresee that when we want to scale in this kind of speed, right, in 4 to 5 month time, we will need to take the risk to play around in the US prop firm. So meaning that we are going to take the profit from existing 1 to 5, right? Take the profit from this 10%, invest into US prop firm. Okay, and those US prop firm, we just hope that the CFTC doesn't get any issue, right? So we just scale in this way. Can we do less 10% so that we don't kill the prop firm account? Okay. So if you do less, it's already been mentioned here. You can stop at this step and go for withdrawal. All right. But for us, we don't care. With our original method, we always scale for 10% profit, because 5% of this profit, right, you can easily get started with a new prop firm account. All right. That you can profit even higher, I would say. The idea is that you have more and more prop firm account, different prop firm account, then you can scale faster. All right, so I want to get this 5% out. I fail 5 years, but I can get 3 profit back. Why not? Right? One exchange of 3, risk reward. So that is the main idea. Okay, one exchange of 3. Okay, so this is the concept and the update of the strategy. And let's come back to our note. Okay, now over here, we mentioned that on the success rate, whatever it is. Okay, but I want to update you guys is that we are currently trading on 2 markets. Some of you guys are trading in Euro USD. Some of you guys is trading in GBP USD. And some of you guys may asking like, why we are doing on all these market. Number 1, we are trading on high volume market. Number 2, we are aiming for a lower spread that have a opportunity of cat. Sometimes the account we may open a certain market. For example, we may open S&P 500, UK 100, or which is like indexes, USD JPY, GBP JPY, because we do see that there's opportunity there. But after multiple rounds tested, right, we found that these two is still the best, right? Euro USD and GBP USD. In future, we may update more on the market, but so far, these two only. Risk reward side, to align with what Profit 1-to-1 is the best. Okay. Now, this two is the update. And with the current statistic, just to let you guys know, right now, 69 of you guys, I think almost everyone of you guys in the room over here are using CAT strategy to operate. And the good news is, this is 100% fully managed by us. So there is almost no hard work needed on your side. All right, so we handle it and less hassle for you. And with the current statistic is 10 of you guys, which is 14% of you, is already in the live phases and is trading in the live phases. All right, which is that fancy thing that I mentioned just now. But in the end, the goal is to make the 10% ROI from the profit. Okay, 10% from the profit. Next is for those that in the live within the 10, there are 2 of them, which is 3% of the all group is ready to withdraw, meaning that they have been either profited 5% or they've been profited 10% and now is waiting for withdrawal already. Okay, so I can foresee that right now you can see it's about 2 month period, and from the start to now it's about 2 month period. So we are in the right track right now, and it's almost like 2 to 3 month time, people will start to slowly profit. All right. And someone will be asking how long that this CAT strategy will continue. We will just say that we will continue forever as long as the problem is still exists in the world. All right. This is how confident we are, because we have been seeing that this calculation is bulletproof. All right. So it's definitely an opportunity for you to earn, regardless the market up or down. You both still make money, right? So we are keep progressing that, making everyone to be passing the problem for you guys. All right. The max drawdown for each problem is 10%. How to make sure that the trade from one account is always win? If not, if both accounts got win and loss, then both accounts will be terminated. Okay, so the good news is not all the account. Okay, so the good news is that with CAT strategy, right, one side will be winning and one side will be losses. Okay, and with our risk reward, right now we are putting at 1-to-1 risk reward. Okay, 1-to-1 risk reward. So with the standard practice, we always max out everything. 4% profit, 4% loss. So one account will be winning 4%, another account will be losing 4%. Okay, and when you win 4%, you are almost ready to withdraw. Funder next need 5%, but other profit just need 4%. Okay, so when you have reached 4%, with just one trade, you are ready to withdraw. The rest will help you to open 0.01, go, settle. Okay, but okay, I want to update you guys with another one more thing is over here. Okay, I forgot where is it already, but one of the roadblocks that happening right now is 5 years is having a requirement of 0.5% profit per day. Okay, and you need to do it 3 times in order to pass it. So that's why it slowed down our progress. Okay, indeed that's slowing down our progress. And we will also be asking your permission as well whenever it's okay for us to manual trade for you to earn that 0.5%. It's very easy for us, but is also it taking one more day, right? It wasted one more day lah. So what we are thinking is we need to have multiple alternative right now. 5 years is very, very rigid prop firm, and even they will get into very detail that are you doing good or not, right? Each and every single trade, are you open trade before the news or after the news, something like that. But with this of the rules, 0.5% profit per trade, this is something that is our roadblock right now. Okay, another roadblock is volatility of the market is lower down. What does it mean? Previously, Euro USD up to down is how much? Euro USD up to down is 800 point. Right now, 400 point, 2x lower. USD JPY previously was 1000 point a day. Meaning up to down, USD JPY can move 1000 point. But right now, it only moved 200 point. USD JPY, one of the most volatile market. And with that said, we are unable to trade on this kind of market. Even though we are just aiming for around 200 to 300 points per day, very, very low, which is 20 to 30 pips, if I know about pips, 20 to 30 pips a day, we still unable to achieve it just because the market is lower down the volatility. But this is just a market cycle whereby daylight saving is coming in and the time zone, all these things will start to shift on the next week. All right, all the time zone thing will shift on the next week, and that's why that market start to slow down, closing the trades and don't do anything, waiting for the shift first and then only open back. And most of you guys, I think that most of the account, unless special request, we don't open trade for today because on Monday itself there will be potential huge spikes or huge gap that's coming in due to this kind of shift. All right, this one we mentioned already, unable to hit TP and stop loss. And the alternative that we're doing right now is that we start to opening swing trades and make it overnight, but only do it on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, so that it increase the opportunity for you to pass or having higher chance to hit the take profit and stop loss for the next day, or at least be dragged for the next day to hit the take profit and stop loss. Okay. Won't the prop firm be suspicious if a prop firm that keep profit then bursting account many times? A prop firm will not suspect if you are bursting the account many times because that is too common. Almost 99% of the population in the prop firm is losing money all the time. But a prop firm that keep making profit is what make them suspicious. So it is very acceptable that if your account one win, one lose, one win, one lose, one win, one lose, is very normal. It's super acceptable by the prop firm. Okay. Now, I mean that's answer for Aaron's questions. Okay. And a few things that I want to mention as well is related to prop firm progress. Just to share with you guys a little bit of terminology concept, right? Whereby this is about, driving a car, right? Driving a car, you have a brake pedal and also have an accelerator pedal, right? In this CAD strategy, I know I'm trying to simplify it. Your brain can start to imagine that, this is the path, right? And with this path, this is called as your CAD strategy to achieve your target of maybe like 10% from your 100K. Yes, this is what you are thinking of. And you are asking, Ethan, whenever there's opportunity to speed it up faster so that your car from here can just jump all the way to here. Okay, I like the idea. But that is expectation, but in reality, the route looks like this. Okay, whereby there's nothing as straightforward thing, and there are turns here and turns there that we have to cater around. So you want to speed up, you can, but you know what happened on this car? If we speed up, then slow down, speed up, then slow down, turn again, speed up. You speed up, turn around, speed up, turn around, speed up, turn around. Hey, the petrol need fees one, The brake also need to change the brake fees on. Press accelerator need fees. Press the brake also need fees. We take the approach of why don't that we drive slow and steady, all right? Follow the path along the way, because in the end, we will still reach to the same destination and still have a peace of the mind, right? As same as anyway, always safety first, all right? We emphasize on safety first. It's best that we properly follow the process step by step. In case instead of increase the lot size, increase the lot size lah, trade multiple market lah. It's a very good feedback. I would just say it's very good feedback. We appreciate that whatever that you have shared with me along the way, but we emphasize on drive slow and steady. As long as you reach the destination, is fine, all right? Because I believe that you have this kind of experience before, especially when you drive in a very jam area, all right? You see one of my EV car, right? Shoot air, come here, there, right? Cut queue all the way. But in the end, when you reach to your destination slow and steady, you look at the left-hand side, this guy isn't that guy that might be fast in, fast out, but still in the end, just reach to the same destination, same time as you, right or not? So same thing, in trading, you also no need to worry to cut queue. Flow with the progress, it will reach to the same destination 10%, all right? Now, a few things that will be collaborate is sometime the VPS I know is $15, $13 per month. But when you go to two groups of cat strategy, yes, it need to have two VPS. We've been tested that is one VPS is enough, but very, very lagging. It will have a risk over there. So the more group that you have, then you will have more VPS lah. All right. Now, with that said, I want to emphasize that believe in the progress, believe in the process, all right? Don't touch anything in the VPS or make any changes on the robot setting. If you want to know anything, please inform us in advance before any action. Or else that when we go in, we will have to do unnecessary double check again, troubleshoot, why the robot doesn't open the thread, why I buy here, there's nothing opening. Yeah, so if you want to manual trade, if you want to play around with a robot, please do it on a separate account. Please don't touch anything related to this cat strategy so that we can free up our resources to do more R&D on this cat strategy to make the progress faster for you guys, okay? So that is actually the collaboration, big collaboration needed from you guys. Or else, for the last 1 or 2 month time, I think me and my team has been finishing a lot of resources just to do this kind of troubleshooting in the VPS. All right, so you can just give us a collaboration and we will make sure that everything will be run on the faster and smoother path based on a plan and based on a strategy. All right, what is the worst case scenario percentage chance of losing the capital? Okay, good questions. So with the current case right now, there will be a few things that have to be upfront to you guys. And is it okay that I be upfront to you guys, right? I mean, I don't mean to hide anything behind, but I just been telling you guys what is the truth and what is the good thing and bad thing is going to happen. Okay or not? All right. But just don't tell me, I mean, it's not to get you disappointed lah, but I want to give you more confidence, you know. I am putting up transparent everything for you guys, all right? If it's okay, I'll type an okay into the chat box. I just want to be transparent to you guys and give you the confidence in what we are doing and why we are so sure in what we are progressing. All right. Thank you so much. So in the case of right now, with this percentage of passing is indeed very good. All right. But I can also see that still a number of people are stuck in FIRE's account, okay, which is over here. Okay. They are stuck in the FIRE's account because they are don't know how to, I mean, the 0.5 cannot trade there. All right, when you trade there, it keep losing back. So 0.5% profit is the one that's slowing down. All right, I will say that more than 60% of you guys are stuck in the FIRE's account, but whereby the FunderNext is already passed. All right, and FunderNext is passed and waiting there for like weeks and weeks and weeks. That is the truth. All right, so the solution is we may go to a new platform, which I'll inform later. All right, in a moment. Another of people that have an issue with slippage. Now, slippage is whereby the case of initially that we make a buy side, have a stop loss, and sell side, have a TP. Okay, this is in a platform, this is in the IC market. And suppose that when the price come down, it should close perfectly at the stop loss. it should do like this. But we know lah, right? This is the trick of profit. It either close earlier or close later. Thinking from profit perspective, they will close later lor, right? They want you to lose more ma. But the worst thing is that sell side, suppose that it should close at TP here. You can win more 1-to-1, but in the end, your TP back to here. So meaning that here you win lesser, but you lose more. In a way that this break the concept of the log of the profit. Suppose that this is the log. I should close at the same time, but end up one at a higher level, one at a lower level. I am not closing at the same time already. And with this kind of scenario happen up, then no choice. This is place that you're going to lose the capital. And slippage only happen when there is a news. So right now we are implementing a heavy calculations related to news market, whereby we are going to close the trades 5 to 30 minutes before the news time, alright? But it's on selected red news time, because not all the news is, is a lot of high impact news, but not all the news that will cause the market to be highly shift up and down, right? So this is something that we will close it on ourselves. But if you want to ask anything to us, right, which you can learn also, what are the news that we will close on this week, then we also will tell you, all right? What are the news that we choose not to close it because of this and that? You can also learn from us as well, how we actually predict on the news volatility. Another case that will happen is related to VPS, all right? Now, this is something that I would say need to put in investment on it, right? Because VPS is a server that hosting 2 prop firm and 1 more IC market. Anything happen inside this VPS, let's say that the common thing is it will shut down. Okay, it will lag. Or shut down, lag, or no payment. Also, one of the student case is no payment. It will affect a lot. Meaning that shutdown, unexpected shutdown, then nothing you can do lor. Alright. So you just make sure that we always make sure that we all log in on office time. But our office time, there is only one person that handle it on the shift basic lah. So we cannot assure that if it runs consistently or not. If it shut down, that will be a chance that you lose money. You're going to lose capital. So we always choose the top tier VPS that hardly going to shut down. But if you want to choose the most highest tier that never going to shut down, 99.9999%, that are Amazon, Microsoft, Google. But their price is 2x more than what we are having right now. But if you want that kind of consistency, they are the big player in the market that we can get. Lagging also another issue, whereby if any lag, the robot calculate wrong, one calculation only, whole thing goes wrong as well. But then on office hours still, we will check it. But lag usually happen on news time as well. So same thing, news time will off the robot. And if we found that it's very, very lag, we will do an action of restart. Alright, so it's very normal that we restart the VPS for you. And the third thing is related to no payment, meaning that you are not buying your credit card or debit card with this VPS provider. The next month they will charge you, they are not allowed to charge, and they will ban your account. And then when ban your account, the trade is still running. Now it cannot be closed just because that the VPS cannot be logged in. Alright, so make sure that your payment can go through every single month. So ensure that the smooth operation in the VPS. Okay. Thank you so much, JC, for invest in a group infrastructure, which is a good VPS. Would the progress be faster if you have 2 groups with 4 different problems, such as that one group trade opposite another? Yep, correct, Teng Seng. You're right. And that is exactly the point I want to bring out in a moment, which is if you have more and more prop firm trading concurrently, yes, your progress will be forecast to be much faster, provided that volatility back to normal because right now the volatility is very, very low. Okay, so I think that I will need to add this in first. Okay, so far, is there any question that you guys would like to ask related to this? close high impact 5 to 10, 30 minutes before to avoid the page. Okay, how to check the volatility of the market? Okay, last month coaching, we mentioned that the lower capital is still available. Okay, so I answer one by one first. Right now, the cat option is like this. All right, I skip forward just to mention that we still have Fundnext and FTMO. All right. Okay, I put like this. The first group that I highly recommend is Group A, Fundnext and Fundnext and 5 years. Right, this is the most recommended one because these two are the most popular in the market. Okay, and one more layer down will be FTMO. This is the third popular in the market. All right, but if you want to go for FTMO, the capital that is needed is actually 4,006, which is, yeah, they are premium in the pricing of the special FTMO, and also their rules, their criteria is much harder compared to FT other platforms, right? These are other platforms that we have been researched along the way. FTMO is the most expensive, right? The most premium one. But with the current case of the war platform, FTMO have 0 case or no able to withdraw the profit. 100% from FTMO case right now able to withdraw, meaning that you are paying extra insurance just to get sure withdrawal from the FTMO. Right, so that is a case of. Another one is True Forex Fund and also Funding Pips. Okay, True Forex Fund is this platform. Okay, it looks like this. It's still relatively new, but they are from Dubai, if not mistaken. Sorry, they are from Hungary, right? A country in Europe, and they're having a very transparent payout, whereby you will be able to see that this True Forex Fund, their payout is over here. Now you want to suspect, hey, are you really getting money or not? No need. You just search the ID. Let's say that, wow, this guy making $5,000 profit, sure or not? You're going to see that statistic. Then you will know that, oh, this account is a win, lose a bit, then big win, then lose here, then something like this. All right. You can see exactly all the statistics over here. Very beautiful design. And pretty much then you can conclude that, okay, this is a real trader and it's indeed making withdrawal profit from here. So that's why I'm going with True Forex Fund, just because of their transparency, and their funding fee is 500 for the 100K account. The account that is in there is about 1,006, but anything add up is together with Funding Pips. Now, Funding Pips is another platform. It is looked like this. Why I'm choosing them is because that they are a platform from Dubai with a broker that back behind them, okay, which is technically they are more strong compared to other platform. But from my study, I found that they are simulated life, meaning that it's not like 5 years, it's not like Fundnext FTMO. There is no real account that is trading, but when you're trading with Funding Pips, right, the slippage is high, the spread is also higher, but the fees that you pay for 100K is 300 only, which is the lowest among everyone that I can see. Payout still reasonable, 80%. As long as you make a 5% profit, you can go for 80% profit split. So meaning that if you go with this set Funding Pips, all right, then, I mean, these are TFF and Funding Pips, then the total needed for this set is only like 3,007, all right. But if you are going with this set together with Fundnext, which is this and this, all right, the capital that's needed to set a one group, everything is about 3,600, all right, 3,618, so about 3,007. So essentially, if you want to go with faster, then you just fulfill all the profit needed lah. For the next 5 years, TFF, Funding Pips, FTMO, everything you go in, it's just a matter of which side make profit on it. All right. So this is a faster way of trading on it. Okay. Now, of course, Funding Pips and this we call it True Forex Fund. You can watch their video, their YouTube, or whatever it is to study more about them. But today, what I would like to present is these two platforms as a new alternative for the platform right now. Okay, now I also would like to introduce you guys with a broker whereby IC market right now we are kind of like stretch out a lot in IC market. 69 of you guys are all in the IC market, which I might be worried that if there is any incidents or like not withdrawal whatever it is, but then it's sort of the concept of don't put your money in the one single bucket. When you are expanding up from one group to become a second group, for example, this and this. Okay, from one group to become two group, I will be recommend you to go with Axie Broker AXI, because in the Axie Broker, they also have a very competitive spread compared to IC market. I mean, just based on my own referral link lah, my own referral link able to get super duper low in terms of their spreads. So I'm going to show you guys how the spread looks like as compared to IC market. Okay, so this is a spread looks like in Axie and also Fundnext, and also FT IC market. So you see, this is a spread for IC market, which is ranged between 0 and 1. Yeah, it's indeed 0 and 1. And in this side, this is the Axie Broker, and the spread is also ranged between 0 and 1. And the interesting part that you can see, if I take a screenshot, okay, is over this side, you see that the price is the last 3 digit 919. This is 922. Okay, so we look into us and the bid price. So this is 920, right? This is your buy price. 920 is a buy price. This is your sell price, 922. Can you guys get this? Meaning that right now, you just click to buy here, 920. You buy at 920, you are selling at 922 with a spread of 1. You are earning 1 point of net profit. Yeah, so this is the deal that I'm able to get from Axie market. Meaning that right now we are trying to break through the limit of possibly of making a cash strategy in IC market and Axie Broker, these two. But in order for me to get this kind of deal, it takes time, right? It takes time to build the trust. But never mind. With that said, still a possibility that we can use Axie just for the profit first. When we make a few rounds from profit, we have been trading a large volume of inside Axie Broker together, right? When our trading volume had reached to that level, right? They said, hey, Eastern have a large group of traders and they are profiting very well. Why don't we just collaborate with them, give them even lower spread? I mean, have you heard of negative spread? Meaning that every time you enter the trade, it's making money one. It is possible from Axie Broker. So we are discussing about this kind of deal for you guys in, I don't know, right? 6 months time, right? But they are having a criteria. Our lot size, our trading funding need to be there. So that is also why that I see that this is an opportunity. Number one, of course, is in your favor, whereby the trading cost is much lower. And number two, is the same cost between IC market and also Axie together. So I think it's best that we have diversified between IC market and Axie. So if you'll be asking me, should I put into IC market or Axie? I will depend on your nationality. If you're Malaysia, then I will suggest go for IC market. Okay, if I'm Malaysian, I will suggest go for IC market. But if I'm Singaporean, I will suggest go for Axie, because Axie are more heavily in Singapore. They are taking care of Singaporean more than Malaysia. But I'm sort of like the first Malaysian able to get this best deal from them. Alright. So that is the advantage being part of here. Does Axie provide free VPS? Yes, they does. Now, Axie got 2 promotions. Alright, it's like this. If your trading volume reach to 100 lot per month, okay, if your trading volume reach to 100 lot per month, they can give you free money of $100, or they give you a free VPS. But think about this, I will take the money instead of taking the VPS, because $100 you can buy 4 VPS already, correct? So meaning that I'll negotiate a deal first for you guys, right? See that which one can get the highest ROI from the Axie Broker, and if it's very, very good deal, then I will just back on Axie market, AXI. I have Axie for a long time ago, so that can I use Axie when I join CAT? Yes, you can. If you're already there, you can join, but you need to be under my affiliate link, right? I have to put it up front. You have to be under my affiliate link so that they can track it's under me and you are part of my student that I bring in the volume lah. All right, but exactly how to do it later, my team BMO will inform you on that. Okay, I mean a little bit far. Let me finish this question first, which is related to low entry. Okay, so for the low entry price point, you can still go with group B, all right, which is 15K. Not so recommended, but if you really no capital to start with, you can start with group B, which is total net about 1,001. The reason why I'm not recommended with group B starting with low capital of 15K is because that the profit from here is very low. Okay, the profit from 100K, almost I can say that once you profit 10%, you can buy 2 more profit. Okay, once you profit from 100K, you can buy 2 more profit. But from group B, once you profit here, you can only make few dollars and not even able to start a new profit again. So don't have the compounding effect. 100K has the compounding effect. But if your capital also tight, you can start with one side of the problem first. Okay, one side of the problem first, and you can come to us and inform us that, hey, I would like to start with one side first, and can you help me to look for another person in the group, right, among you guys, to pair with you in another side. So one of you guys will pay for the VPS, and when there's any profit sharing, you guys go for 50-50. All right. So meaning that the money will goes to one of you guys, and then transfer back the money to another person, 50-50 lah. All right. So it's like a collaboration kind of thing, which we are still studying on this kind of opportunity. But I think that this is a very good suggestion from one of the students here. Right. If you want to go with this kind of plan, can let us know, and we will help you to group it up with other people. Because you want to get started with one side, right? Need to be different profit. Let's say that one of it is already in Thundernext. So he already invests 2,000 there. And you want to be in as well. You want to be into True Forex Fund. Then this side also another 2,000. So one side put 2,000, another side put 2,000. And when both reach the live, we internally will have you to do the CAT profit already. One side will be making profit, right? 50% pass to another people. All right. But the exact way to operate this thing, we will talk at the back. All right. I mean, together with my team BMO. Now, there is one more of 50K that's available, but I don't go with 50K. It is because that I want to reduce my team chances of making the errors. Okay, because the more different type of problem, more different funding value, it will make our team confused on it. Right? Hey, why suddenly this 100K, why this 50K, why this 60K, why this 15K? We have to redo the calculation and reset the robot every single time, you know. So we are not so recommend to go with 50K. All right, but just to put it there, yes, if you die insist, all right, even have a chance of having high error, you can go with it. But with this amount of capital, right, I will say that you might as well that just get started with one side of 100K while waiting for another one that will help you to match it with you. Something like speed dating. Can put it like this. Okay. So this is one of the new things that will come out for this CAT strategy. Okay. During the live stage, how CAT still work when live profit traders no longer lagging from IC market? Okay, that is a good news. We can confirm that in prop firm right now, other than FTMO, all these other prop firm, they are still having price lagging among each other. Because in the end, these 4 prop firms, they are still using a demo account when you reach to a live stage. Yes, it's true. They are still using a demo account, but just a little bit more accurate, but still having a price gap in between profit and profit. You can still make a profit from this CAT strategy. Okay. And to answer to Stefan's question, how to check the volatility? Actually, relatively simple, whereby you are able to go to TradingView, all right, just see the day-to-day market movement. then you can roughly have a guess what is happening. You see, previously candlestick is like this kind of size. Up to down is about 685. Can see that? 685. And then when you come to right now today market, today up to down is only like 500. Okay. Or easier indicator, you can use ATR indicator. Average true range indicator. And put it into the daily time frame, then it will draw the line for you. So you can start to see previously in the early of 2023, the volatility is very, very high. But right now you can see that there is a downtrend of the volatility over the year. Right? You can see that the volatility is getting lower and lower. Right now it's almost the lowest in this month. Right? Hence, that's why it's getting harder and harder. If the volatility gets back to this kind of peak moment, it's getting easier. But regardless what type of volatility, we can still make profit. It's just a matter of speed. And the speed relies on the market. There are 69 of us. I'm very curious to know that how the trade entry decide for us, and is it random or there is a system in control. So there is indeed a system in control, and with the current market situation, we are focusing in trend following strategy. But in future, we're going to change to swing trading. I mean, we call it as ranging style of trading, just because that we are entering into November, and November period is usually more ranging. October is usually more trending. What does it mean by trending? Put it into a simple way to let you guys understand, right? So technically, when the market is trending, right, it goes up, it will continue to be up. When it comes down, it will continue to be down. So up, then coming up. So our way of operating right now is heavily rely on past market, right? The past market momentum. If the momentum is getting higher and higher, we will enter buy. If getting lower and lower, we might enter for sell. Just because that October period for seasonal point of view is more trending. Alright. So I have it 2K only, so can I just connect with my team and help me to pay with someone else or other people to here? Okay, Ashsan, you can contact with my team. Alright, everyone who want to get help with the pair on the cat strategy, yes, you can just contact my team and we'll help you to pair it up. And the trading, execution, everything we all can handle for you. Alright, but then on the VPS side, one of you guys will need to decide who will need to pay for the VPS, or how you guys are going to split for the cost for the VPS. This kind of thing. Alright, so this kind of discussion will go on the BMO side. Okay, coming back to here, I think that we have been pretty much cover 90% of the item. Okay, and now with cat strategy, I also would like to upfront telling you guys is that this True Forex Fund and Funding Pips, I haven't put my money into test, but I'm going to put in money in the November to start operating on True Forex Fund and Funding Pips, testing for you guys, and also will let you guys know that how does the experience in trading in this kind of, these two are the new platform. They are top 4 and top 5 in the market, still very, very well known, highly reputable. It's not US and not Canada based. That would mean that it is safe and have no issue like my Forex Fund again. So it's pretty much safe as same as like FundNext and 5 years lah. Alright. One thing that is new to us is that 5 years required to have risk management interview. With our trading style, for them that feel like it's a little bit high risk. Okay, for them feel like it's a little bit high risk. It's still acceptable, but they would like us to make changes. So we agree with them, and here are a few discussions that we have been done together with the 5 years. Now, 5 years actually have a call with me earlier, right, which is we talk about the strategy that we've been using, and also some of their concern when trading with us. Number one is that they are looking for long-term consistency profit, and with our strategy right now, we are sort of risking 4% profit, 4% loss, right? 4. And that 4% of 100K is $4,000. But in their profit perspective, they are sort of like 4% mean you are losing 40% of your max drawdown and 40% of your profit. So it's like they feel like it's like gambling, right? They feel not comfortable. So they would like to reduce the rule, right? Reduce the lot size or whatever it is to limit to 1% per trade, assuming that you're having a 60% win rate and 1-to-1 risk and reward. So 1% risk per trade is okay, it's still achievable. It's just that you have to open 4 more trades to reach there. For me, I think that it's kind of like wasting more of the time to reach 1%, because 1%, you have to do it 4 times a day in order to reach back to 4%. But we're okay, we agree with them, we'll still do for them. But we only do in this way only when we reach to the live phase. Okay, meaning that in the normal challenge rate, we still 4%, until these fires email you, hey, Ethan, your risk per trade is too high. Please lower down to 1%. Then we will lower down. Only when they tell us, then we only do it. Okay, so don't check your email on daily basis. Check if there is anything that need us to update on it. Okay, so it's about this part. And the next thing is about a concern of news trading, which is previously there are a few trades that opened before the news time, which they don't allow, but 1 or 2 trades they're still okay with it, which is over here we can see that 5 years having more tolerance. Okay, and by the way, this information is not the email me one, is we have a 15-minute Zoom, 15-minute Google Meet call with this guy, right, from these 5 years. So this Rubens actually have a call with me, explain everything, right, know my strategy. It's actually an interview call. Okay, so they have interviewed me, explain all these things, I explain my strategy and explain my risk selection, then they feedback to me that what is needed to be changes. Meaning that in some point of the time in the future, 5 years may require you guys. Alright. Okay. What does this mean is, in some point in the future, 5 years may email you guys that, hi, I will need you guys to have an interview with me, explain about your strategy to us. So when you explain your strategy, there is a template for you guys to prepare before the interview. We will send you that when you guys receive that interview session. Basically, the interview session is just to understand your strategy and to inform you what can be do and what cannot be do. So pretty much I have summarized everything, but for now, out of 69 people, only 2 people that get into the interview. So it's like very, very low chance that will get into it. Alright, I'm kind of lucky that I'm the first one to get into it. Alright, so at least that we know right now there is a new changes, and we'll implement these new changes to your live fund 5 years account. So for those that have received any email related to interview session with this 5 years, they want to interview you, they want to know you better, we do have a template prepared for you guys. Pretty much you just take note in your paper. I mean, present like proper professional alright? Don't read. Okay, just say that, okay, so my name is Ethan and I am trading how many years? I'm actually a swing trader that been trading, aim for a long-term relationship with a prop firm. Indicator that I use is this and that. Whatever that you want to say, you say. Alright, because I can confirm is that the person that interviewed me that time, he basically don't know much about technical indicator. Okay, but if you don't know much about indicator, it's best time for you to start to learn right now. Okay, so that when you come in the interview, they ask you a question, you still know how to react on it. Okay, no need to worry, the answer is all here, just read accordingly. In the end, just say that right now I will share my lot size calculation. It's based on the risk of 2 to 4%. I typically opt for 2% risk per trade, but depend on my choice, sometimes can go to 4%. Alright, but with my back test, I studied that consecutive low losses is about 5 trades. So I understand the process is a bit aggressive, but what I always do is I will enter the trades at 2%. Rest assured, we will make sure that my lot size is adjusted. Always make sure that it's on the most effective risk management, and all the trades have a stop loss and take profit in place. That's it. Okay. In this sentence, yes, I purposely make a mistake of 2% risk per trade to 4% risk per trade. And that is exactly what we are doing right now. So when it comes to the interview session, you just tell them this, and then the person, no, Ethan, you need to go for 1%. I was like, okay, yes. in the rest of the interview, you just need to say yes, boss. Okay, no problem. Okay. That's it. Because they just want you to agree on something on it. So just agree with them, and whatever they tell you, right, you just write it down to a paper or notepad and feedback to us. And then we'll keep on improving this kind of interview so that we make sure everyone is aligned, explaining about the same thing, but not in the same language, right? What if that we are using other people ID? How do we handle the interview? So the another people ID, now just tell you guys, in 5 years, when you guys use IC to register, right, into live faces, you will need to take your IC and your face, turn your face around to take a photo for verification. Okay, so meaning that you need to, the ID need to be a real person, need to do a KYC one, meaning that know your customer. If you are using a proxy or you're using other people identity, then the person need to, on behalf of you, go for this interview. All right. So pretty much the person need to be prepared for this interview as well, lah. All right. Now, but 15 minutes, I think that's quite easy, lah. All right. But I teach you guys one tips, lah. If anything happen, all right, and you suddenly don't know how to explain the thing, prepare on one thing. Go to your computer there. Okay. In case of anything happen, go to the computer there. This is the button. Click no Wi-Fi. Oh, sorry, no Wi-Fi. Don't know what happened. Breakout. Internet no connection whatever it is. All right, just tell them that this is the best way to escape yourself. Due to technical reason, then escape yourself. But don't do it always. If you do it once, let me know. I tell other people to do it another strategy. Right? At least this is the way that I am preparing right now. Okay. What if the person don't know English? Don't know English, then prepare a little bit lor. Prepare a bit. Because 15 minutes, just think of like a 15-minute presentation, and the rest of the time just yes. Okay, yes boss. Until something that, sorry, I don't understand, can translate. Then settle already. Because we do have a student that don't know English at all one. Okay, so on our email, we will draft something like Chat English. The English is so poor that even a 7-year-old kid cannot understand. But I think they still understand. So I think they are very fine on this. They just want to make sure that you are a good trader, right? You can follow the rules, you present your discipline, you present your professionalism. They are all okay with it. Okay. Oh, topic. Can you explain a little bit about Darwinics? Is it good? Any opportunity for us? So for Darwinics, okay, this is a bit far out of topic already, but indeed Darwinic is a good platform. But the prop firm way of their doing is not so favorable to the catch strategy because they are operating with liquidity provider. They are straight away to the bank. So almost no opportunity for us to catch in between. Speak Chinese law. Since that 5 years is rather troublesome, any other alternative prop firm? Alternative has been listed over here, which is 1 to 5. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can choose. Okay. Okay, so that is the interview part. And okay, last part is about seasonal analysis and also the UTS swing trading. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about this is because it's like this. So every single week, I believe that we do have a WhatsApp group. In case that you don't know, there's a WhatsApp group. We will send a message to the WhatsApp group and tell you guys that what is the most profitable market to trade for this week. So it looks something like this. Okay. Every single week we will update this and you should be receiving this in your WhatsApp as well. Now, how to use this is very simple and you just need to, from uptrend and downtrend, choose the highest probability. For example, it said that this week losing rate means coming down, the rate of coming down, right? So this week losing rate of 90%, right? 90% of higher chance of is S&P 500 going to come down from one day to one day. Week 43 to week 45, 3-week period, not just 1 week, 3-week period. And within this 3 week, all you need to prepare is to sell an S&P 500. Okay, just open the chart. If you did follow lah, okay, you already start profiting a lot. Monday is where? Okay, so this is Monday. Now, if you start selling from Monday, right, until now, you're already profiting 2.55% of around 1,000 point profits. Just sell all the way down. Okay, and this is the current way that we found is the most profitable way and easiest way for you guys to do trading. So meaning that on a weekly basis, on Monday, we will send you this thing. Then on Monday, when you receive this, and then you will choose which one to trade. Of course, we have a benchmark. More than 80% only you trade lah. These are okay, but not so good. Maybe a lower lot size. But all these have a better win rate already. Okay, so you can just bet on this. Okay, swing trade, correct. So you just open the trade, swing over a week, and I'll be suggesting you guys to use UTS robot. Okay, so pretty much you just enter a sell trade and using UC to dollar cost average at the back and let the UTS do, we call it as closing for you. All right. So the way of applying this is like this. Okay. So this account, let's say that S&P 500 ma. In S&P 500, let's say that I want to make a sell trade. Okay. For example, I don't even need to look at the chart, but let's say that today, okay, let's say that this is Monday. Okay, I sell here or sell here better. Of course, sell and pull back better. If there is opportunity, I want to sell and pull back. So I will be putting a right click, and you can see there's a sell limit there, meaning that I can sell a pending order. Now, in different broker, S&P 500 will have different lot size. So you just choose from a reasonable lot size. Okay, so the lowest will do. Right click and sell limit. And when the price reach to here, it will automatically sell for you. Now, in 1 hour time frame, you can use Alpha Accelerator. Then you choose for UC Light. UC Light. Now, this UC Light is actually the improved version of Ultimate Closer, whereby the speed of it to operate is much faster compared to Ultimate Closer. But the function, everything is the same. The feature is all the same. It's just that this one process faster only. Okay. So you just drag and drop UC Light into the chart. Okay. And in the input section here, it is asking you what is the minimum profit to close. You don't want to close my, so you set to 999, 999, many 9. So you click OK. And it will be putting in. So meaning that the robot will only do one thing. Dollar cost average for you only. Okay. And dollar cost average at every 2,000 point, which is over here. Okay. This is automatic by time frame. Now, next is to open one more chart, and you can put it into 1 hour time frame as well. But this time you put in Universal Trading Stop, which is in Alpha Masterclass, Universal Trading Stop, which is this one. Okay. So you just drag and drop into it. All the thing is the same. The only thing that you need to change is to change this to biparabolic. Okay, biparabolic. Biparabolic meaning that biparabolic means that when it do trailing stop loss, okay, it will based on this line, right? This line. And this line is update every single candlestick and is step by step. You want to be faster to close, that is 5 minutes. But you don't care, you want to slow and steady for the whole, we call it the whole week period, right? 3 week period. So you got 3 week period to slow and steady, then choose H1. H1 is nice in between. Alright. So over here, you have UC that doing dollar cost average, and this side you have universal trailing stop loss that doing break even and trailing stop loss for you. So pretty much that both sides you have settled, and right now you just leave it in the VPS or leave it into your computer, and I mean the computer to be open up, just put it into VPS, let it run for 24/7, and let the market do the work by themselves. Alright, then that's it. No need to do any setting adjustment. Okay, so that is a setting adjustment. Okay, and it's applicable to any market. Alright, applicable to any market. Euro CHF losing of 84% accurate in 4 lane. Not accurate in 4 lane. It goes up and can explain why. 84% of the chance. There is still 16% of chance that will go against. Right. So in a way that you see this, 84%. Euro CHF, right? Yes, indeed, it goes up, right? So that's why the dollar cost average have to come in. Because what I said in the last workshop is you cannot enforce that the market always move in your direction, right? Seasonal prediction is telling you what happened in the next week or next for us, we're telling you next 3 week time. For the next 3 weeks, at least got 1 or 2 weeks that's going to come down. And when it come down, majority of the price candlestick is all coming down. Now, by coming down in the real market, you have to think of, in a reality, come down doesn't mean come down like this, ma. Okay, come down have multiple way. Number one, the standard one that you know, lo. This is what everyone expect. Number two, it may go for ranging first for a few days, only start to come down. This is what people call this as breakout, come down. Another way of coming down is going up first, okay, at one single point, then suddenly shoot all the way down. Now, based on this Euro CHF pattern behavior, we say that behavior always repeat by itself. If you have carefully have a look, right, can you see this? Okay. Can you see that in Euro CHF, when it goes up, technically a little bit slower, right? You see, compared A and B, the drop is much faster compared to up. You see, the up, the up, the up, the up. This is the behavior of the market. Not all the market is the same, but you have to know the behavior first. So meaning that right now you can see the market is like going up like this. Correct? This market behavior is going up like this. And that means that later, few more days or few more weeks later, only will come down very rapidly. And that happened in 1 to 2 days only, like this one, very, very fast, because of this market behavior. And in order for you to capture this amount of profit at the top here, you sell here, of course, you cannot redeem. Then you have to do dollar cost average, sell again, sell again. Only when it comes down like this, then you can start to capture the profit in between. Now, that is the purpose of dollar cost average. You cannot control the market, but you have to learn how to correct your trade that entered at the wrong time. You correct it by technical improvement, which is dollar cost average. Okay, trading is not about enter accurate at all time, but it's learning how to recover from losses to become winning. Trading is all about recover losses to a winning trade. All right, and that is the current market. If you want to learn how to trade, I will say that is the best starting point for you guys to start to learn, because as we're entering for more and more to November period, the market is going to be slowing down unless there is a big news happening, like war happen again. Right now the debt issue in US or whatsoever thing happen aggressively, or else November, generally speaking, is going to be slowing down. Okay, but slowing down is a good news for seasonal, because there's nothing on fundamental is going to affect on seasonal, and from seasonal wise, you can trade more profit from there. Okay, and from the seasonal wise also, you should know that in in trading, right? I know that some of you guys are quite busy on their career, so you may just choose one from this seasonal analysis on weekly wise. Just choose the highest one, then more than 80%, then take it. If you want to take more and more, then your lot size need to be lower down more and more. Let's say that average your risk per trade is 1%. But when you have 3 of these, then you're going to be average risk per trade is 0.3. The more you trade, the lesser your lot size. So bear in mind with this. Okay. Now, with this said, I think we have a little bit over time as usual, but I will say that's all for my side. Is there any question that you guys would like to ask before we wrap up? Anything question related to the agenda that we've been mentioned today? Okay, so just a quick going through what we have been going through today as a summary. Number one, we talk about how the CAT strategy work, especially in terms of the arbitrage strategy and also the projection of the CAT strategy. Some of the benefit of the CAT strategy, including like it's fully handled by us, and we will help you to manage the account, VPS, and even the robot setup for you. Have a higher success rate to pass a problem, highest ROI, and also a capital preserve method on the problem strategy. We are having a 14% of people right now is in a live phase, and 2% of them and 3% of them are waiting for withdrawal. Pretty much that we are in the right progress right now. But what need the help from you guys, a big collaboration is that for your VPS, don't touch anything and just let us do our job in our way, all right? As we have been explaining all the plan upfront to you guys, and you're okay with this, then just let it go, right? If you want to learn anything with us, even learn anything from us, let us know. We are always happy to share with you, okay? Market update is that right now market volatility is lower down, price movement lower down, trade is harder to reach to take profit and stop loss. Hence, we need to go to swing trade overnight to Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And some of the new problems that will coming up is including like true forex fund and link funding pits, which is potentially increase the speed of the CAT strategy and also increase more ROI from the problem. And lastly, we talk about the 5 years risk management interview, whereby some of you guys may receive interview requests and you need to attend to it. And there's a template period for you guys to attend to the interview. For the trading wise, now you can use the seasonal. The easiest way to do it right now is to use a seasonal plus together with 2Robot, which is Ultimate Closer, like UC Light, and also UTS to perform dollar cost average and also the swing trading stop loss. All right, so with that said, that's all for today. And if there's no more question, I think that's all for now. All right, thank you so much, everyone. This is dollar cost average. All right, thank you, everyone. May everyone be profit. Good night. We wish everyone faster to pass problem. All right, all the best. Do more good deeds and help more people. All right. Thank you, and bye for now.